We're going to be testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, come with me. All right. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? There is no video up right now, so I'm going to probably repeat this again because I don't see myself. But how are you guys doing this morning? I know that there's not a single soul in here right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my time. I'm going to wait for some of you guys to get in here before I actually get into all of this. So again, I want to just say welcome. If this is your first time visiting, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Better yet, I said that wrong. If this is your first time visiting, continue to get an idea what this channel is about in its entirety, and then subscribe to the channel if you want to do that. But when you do subscribe, make sure that you do hit the bell notification. Hit the bell notification so you will be notified anytime I post a video, in theory. But what I would also urge you to do is to make sure that you are continuously checking my channel, because YouTube is not alerting people that I am going live. I just want to let y'all know that, okay? YouTube is not alerting people that I am going live. And just to let you know, if you would like to support the channel, that's completely up to you. But how you can do that is right there. See that PayPal me? You can donate there. If you do, great. If you don't, great. But I'm just letting you know that that option is there, okay? And also, there's Patreon, okay? If you want to join Patreon, you just join it for $1, and you're paying $12 a year. If I can make it free, I would, but I have no control over that. So the reason why I'm telling you that is because if there's a time where I am banned again or something like that, I'm able to post over on Patreon. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing. So you can find me on Rumble at Modern Renaissance Man. You can find me on Instagram at Modern Renaissance Man with the 0. It's the place of the O in modern, okay? I'm also on Twitter at The Real Ty Smith. All right, so anyway, I'm getting ready to go ahead and get into this, ladies and gentlemen. And you guys all see the title right there. This Atlanta police, the Atlanta police has identified the suspect who went around allegedly spray painted swastikas on rainbow crosswalks. See, y'all, you hear these different things, you hear, y'all know what the swastika is all about. Y'all know who it came from. Y'all know who's supposed to be behind. It's supposed to be, you white supremacists and you white people, you neo-Nazis, all you guys right there who, you guys all work for Donald Trump, all that stuff like that. Well, this says right here that he was arrested after roughly a 5-hour standoff. This suspect was, right? The Atlanta police have identified the man arrested last week after allegedly spray painting swastikas on the city rainbow crosswalks to honor the gay community. This man is, people that do things like this, right? People that do things like this, they are displaying the hate. Remember? They are displaying hate. They are why America is failing, because with their white supremacy and their hate, their neo-Nazism ideology and all that. They're going around, now they're putting swastikas on gay people's paintings. Why would such a person do that who want to bestow their white supremacy upon this? Why these white people want to show their hate? Well, unfortunately, he black. Yeah, but he's not just black. He's black. He's black and look like he mad right here, huh? I know threw people for a huge loop, huh? Oh boy, that threw things off, huh? Oh boy, oh what the music stopped? Huh? What people jaws are still on the ground? Huh? Oh, I know what it is. This angry guy right here. This is the man that you guys were not looking for, right? Huh? Here it goes again. Just spoiled something for the certain type of groups who always want to try to push this racist agenda. Well, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. It is a black man. Yes, a black man is responsible for painting swastikas on gay pride rainbow paintings. Yes, it is a black man. Yeah, keep on looking at him. I know. Let him marinate. Just let him marinate. Keep on. Don't turn your eyes. Don't turn your eyes. Certain ones who got a certain mindset from a certain side of the spectrum of the political field. Don't turn your eyes there. Don't turn away from the story. He black. Yes. Look at that hair. His hair like mine. He got that nappy real Afro Negro C4 hair. Yeah, he real black, going around painting swastikas. Woo-wee. Well, unfortunately, this story probably is not going to make mainstream because it messed up their whole it just messed them up because he doesn't look right, huh? He doesn't fit the narrative, because we all know that swastikas is only done by white supremacist minded people. You know, it's only done by white people. That's where the white supremacy come from with these swastikas. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and read a little bit more on this so I can keep you guys up to speed. Okay. So police identified Jonah Sampson. Now, see, if you want to see that picture right there, you'd be like, okay, wait, Jonah, you know, that could be a white person. Jonah Sampson. He got like two sounding Bible names. Jonah, his name is Simpson. Almost sound like Samson, you know, in the Bible. Two names. Jonah Sampson, 30 years old, as the man who allegedly spray painted swastikas on Atlanta's Midtown Rainbow crosswalks. Authorities believe he is responsible for the graffiti that was found on a monument at the Federal Reserve Building. Simpson was arrested in Atlanta on Friday outside his apartment after roughly a 5-hour standoff. Y'all know what happened to the last person did almost a 6-hour standoff. No. Anyway, it said he was arrested after 5 hours to standoff with the police officer. Jail records show Sampson is facing 3 charges of second-degree criminal damage to property, 1 count of criminal trespass, and a felony charge of interference with government property. A spokesman for Fulton County Sheriff's Office told Fox News Digital on Monday that Sampson, his bond, was set to $77,500 for all charges. Right now, he remains in custody. Sampson remains in custody. Now, it says his arrest follows the discovery of 1 swastika that was painted on the Rainbow Crosswalk last Wednesday, as well as a 2nd swastika found on the crosswalk on Friday, which appeared next to an anti-gay slur. Police also discovered another swastika and graffiti on the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta. Now, what I want to do real quick here, though, I just want to take a little pause before I move on, because, you know, guys, we was all saying this whole thing like, you know, which it is true. If you are part of a organization or anything like that, I don't care what it is. If you are part of an organization that spew hate whatsoever, you are completely wrong and you operating under evil, right? That's what we say. So if you are a neo-Nazi or you all about Nazism, you wear the patch, you wear the swastika, if you all about that ideology, and they will say most of those people that are part of that group, they would classify them being white supremacists, et cetera, right? But we all would agree that the ones who are spewing this type of stuff out, they are displaying something called hate. That's why if you do something that they consider to be like racist, you will be considered to have committed a hate crime. If this guy right here was a white man and did this and that white man got busted, first of all, they would have clearly just blasted all over the news anyway. It would have been all over the news, number one. Why? Because it would have been a white man that did it. They would have said a white man was arrested, a police arrested a man, a white man. It would have been all over white man, and this would have been something that they would have just been able to have in their hot seat as, ooh, we got a hot story now because we got a white man going around painting swastikas on LGBTQ. And if they would have done that, you would have had the LGBTQ community out there speaking out like nobody's business. This is what we're dealing with. I told you the most dangerous thing to everyone right now is a straight white male. Why would anybody do such a thing like this? Why would anybody want to go around and display such hate? We're such a targeted group. We keep telling people that these are the things we have to deal with. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell my proteges. We can't even go away. We can't even walk across the rainbow. I just talked to some of my mentees, and I told them that, you know, don't be scared to walk across the rainbow. Don't be scared about a swastika. It's white people, white males who display this type of anger and hate. Oh my God, wait. He black. Well, you know, black people have it hard and, you know, they're oppressed. You know, this is just one way of them displaying that. No, dude was actually possibly, if anything, he's possibly a pawn that's used to create what our government do. You create the problem, so you would make it seem like you're the one that's going to fix it, right? You create the problem, so you make it seem like you're going to be the one to be everybody's savior. Just like we all know what hit the past 2 years, all these things. You create the problem, act like you're going to be the one to fix it. Black Lives Matter was responsible for burning cities for murder. Yes, David Dorn. I might talk about that later. Black Lives Matter was responsible for murders. They're responsible for destruction. They're responsible for burning cities. They were disorderly conduct, destruction of property, exactly what this guy did. None of them went to jail over that, though, right? None of them went to jail over that. Why weren't they charged the same exact way that this guy was charged right here? They were responsible for all of those things. But, a huge but, why didn't anything happen? Why didn't anything happen to them during that summer of love and all those different events that we all saw took place all over the world? Why did anything happen to them? I guarantee you, nobody's about to come to this dude's aid. But what I'm telling y'all this for is this. Black Lives Matter, all that stuff I just mentioned and happened over the summer, they created the issue, but then yet they were speaking out as if they had the remedy to why that issue happened. Because we're tired of the air trial. We're tired of being oppressed. We're tired of not having a voice. We're tired of being downtrodden. We're tired of being disenfranchised. We want equity. We want this. We want to tear down the systems that's in place. We want to tear down this. We want to tear down that. See, they created the problem. They caused all the destruction, and yet they'll tell you that they're the ones that can fix it. Which, if you think about it, let's be real. If I am an orthopedic surgeon, right? If I'm an orthopedic surgeon and I know how to fix bones, if I'm the only person that can fix bones and I cause you to do things to break your bones, who is it going to benefit? It's going to benefit me. You follow me? If I'm an orthopedic surgeon, I break your bones, but then I'm the only one that can fix it. I created the problem. I'm the only one that can fix it, right? I cause you to go down into certain untrodden, undiscovered land, knowing that you're going to fall and break something. I tell you to go walk in places that you never walked before. I tell you to go walk in places blindfolded and knowing that you're going to fall and break something. You have a high chance of falling and breaking something. That way, I can be the one to fix it because I'm the only one that can fix it, is what they do. That's what they do. They create problems to make it seem like they'll be the only ones that can fix it. So in this case right here, I really believe that this guy was going around doing all this because he probably is a part of Black Lives Matter, and he's probably a part of all of that. But he wants to create a problem so we can try to keep this this uptick of racism, of hatred. You know what I'm saying? You got two things going on there. Racism, because everybody know the neo-Nazis, or whatever you want to call them, they're racist, right? They're racist, they're supremacists, whatever you want to call it, right? They're all these things, right? So he goes and do all this because people are going to automatically assume. Yeah, let me show you again. Let me show you a Negro. Let me show you my brother. Look at that. Woo, boy, I seen days like that. My head looking like that. Look at that. This dude went around painting swastikas because I think that he was doing it to try to create problems. I think he was doing it to try to create a whole nother race issue in America that tried to get national attention, which he got it apparently to get national attention so people can say, well, we know who's going around paint things like this. There's only one group that goes around and do things like this, right? There's only one group that goes around and spread this type of hate. Like I said, the reason they're doing it because they want to keep this whole thing up, this uptick of race, this uptick of look at America's problem. Let me get back into reading some more of this, ladies and gentlemen. All right. The rainbow crosswalks were installed in the city back in 2016 following a mass shooting at the Post nightclub in Orlando, which we all remember that. And that left 49 people dead. The crosswalks remain in Atlanta as a permanent fixture celebrating gay pride. Right here, quote, "This is an unacceptable act in the city, anywhere in this city, or any form where citizens are targeted by hate." The interim police chief, Darren Shirebaum, told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution last week, said this department is aggressively looking now for the individual who did this. A spokesman for Mayor Andre Dickens, a spokesman for Mayor Andre Dickens' office had called vandalism. He called it disgusting and thanked the city workers for erasing the hate that has no place in our city in such a swift and efficient manner, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported last week. Now check this out. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to pay attention to something here, okay? First statement said, this is unacceptable. This is an unacceptable act in this city, anywhere in this city, or in any form where citizens are targeted by hate. Tell them, keep that energy there. You know what I mean? Keep that energy there about this is targeted by hate. Keep that energy there. A spokesman for Mayor Andre Dickens' office called the vandalism, said disgusting, and then thanked the city workers for erasing the hate that has no place in our city in such a swift, efficient manner. Now, just think they said that last week. I wonder if they're retracting what they said right now because they found out that he looked like this. Huh? I wonder if they're gonna change their mind on what they're saying right now because he looked like this. Remember, because no matter what, it all comes down to hate, right? It all comes down to hate. That's it. It all comes down to hate. But when they find out he looked like that, they might change up their mind a little bit. Well, you know, he was a young man who was, you know, he was troubled, and you know, we're going to look more into it, and we're going to find out that he might have been coerced to do it. You know, if we got to find out what was going on in the city, you know, we have to find out if somebody might have had him at gunpoint and threatened him to go around and do it to pay back a debt or something. We have to find these things out. Man, come on. No. Plain and simple. I don't care who it's coming from. Hate is hate, period. And if he set this up to keep a race war going, then that's hate as well. You are actually causing an issue that's not even there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is hate and deceit at its finest. And this is what, you know what, but don't be surprised by things like this. Because what would you expect from people to do things like this? We shouldn't be surprised by things like this. Y'all know what I mean? We don't be surprised by this. But you know what? If this was a white person, now this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all seen that both of those statements, right? Both of those statements mention that H word, right? They mention hate. They mention hate. Follow me. They mention hate. Y'all like, dude, we get it. This says are targeted by hate, right? The next one said for erasing the hate that has no place in our city. If it is hate, why wasn't he charged with a hate crime? You want to know why he wasn't charged with a hate crime? Because he was not white. He was not charged with a hate crime because he was not white. That's it. Otherwise, you heard both of those statements saying hate. We're not going to allow this hate. This is targeted hate, erasing the hate. But did he get hit with a hate crime? No. Why? Because he black. Again, I'm going to show y'all one more time for the people in the back. He black. Negro. He black. Anyway, folks, don't forget again to double check to make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel. But when I also tell a lot of people that it's not just one side that will go around and spew this hate in this division. Both sides have a role in playing. That's it. Both roles can play in this whole thing of spreading hate because they don't want us united. He did this for the simple reason of trying to cause division to get national attention. So people are like, oh, did you hear what happened in Atlanta? Blah, 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 blah. But no matter what, to those of you from the trailer park, from the backwoods, to the projects, to the hood, I told you it doesn't matter what color the person is because they're motivated by the hate and it can come from both sides. And with that being said,
you know, somehow I told you so just doesn't quite say it.
I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.